Perfect. Welcome everybody to Diamond Zone. Happy Monday. Great Monday for some people. Some people it's still snowing out there in Canada, eh? But out here it's beautiful, sunny California. And just to rub it in a little bit. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a tremendous weekend out in Denver, spending Thursday, Friday, and Saturday out there with a great group of people. And I'll tell you, Denver has momentum, and so much momentum that we've made a decision, and you guys could take down these dates, but we'll be, obviously we broadcast the dates all the time. We will be going back into Denver June 8th, 9th, and 10th to continue the momentum and really build the nucleus out there. I will tell you, Denver will be one of the biggest markets for a world global network. And the reason being is, the leadership there has done a great job to really go out there and surface, people that really want to build the business. And whenever you have a nucleus, then you want to make sure you go in and continue to feed the excitement out there. So we will be out there June 8th, 9th, and 10th to do another 3-day event, ending on a Saturday with an all-day event. So just make sure you have that note, save the dates, and we will have the venues and where we're going to be coming up very shortly. So what I'd like to do, since Dawn Marie, you have to go, Dawn Marie is one of the key people that's helping us out there, and she hosted a great event in Longmont and also was part of the Saturday event. So Dawn Marie, you want to just come on and just really share with people just very shortly what you believe came out of that event?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jeff. Wow, that sounds awful. So my takeaway from this event, number one, is do whatever you have to do to get to your own team event. If you have to hawk some stuff to get gas money to put in your car, to travel to get there, do it. Because I'm going to tell you what, it started Wednesday night down in Littleton, and the room was packed, and that set it set a precedence. It really did, and Jeff knocked it out of the park. Then we rolled over into Thursday in Longmont, and it was another packed house, and the energy just kept building and building. And by Saturday, people left the Saturday event and training with doing 3-way calls yesterday, brand new guest on the webinar last night, and launch events, launch webinars that took place yesterday. And so I just have to say this. Number one, if we have somebody like as fabulous and amazing as Jeff and Lisa Giamolda coming into our sector to help our team out, you need to be there. You just need to be there, because it will put you in a momentum. Like Lisa shared, it's going to propel you. It's going to propel that plane off the ground. And I am so stinking excited. I cannot wait for Bangkok and June when they are back. And then Vegas. Vegas is going to really be a clincher for all of you. So Jeff, I just want to say this. Your training was amazing. My whole household has been talking about everything that you shared, and I'm not going to go over it because people needed to be there, and I love you, brother.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, Dawn Marie. Thank you. And hey, guys, something that Dawn Marie said, we want everybody to have an event. We want everybody on this call to be able to host an event. So you know what you have to do? You got to figure out how to get to Diamond, okay? And Jeremy Roma tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific time will be going over exactly how to get to Diamond. As soon as we break a diamond in a market, we're coming there because we know that person who got to Diamond has momentum. That's how you do it. And then it just goes from there. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m., www.helozoom.us, Jeremy Roma will be conducting a training on how to get to Diamond before Las Vegas. So that's going to be exciting. Two other people that made that commitment and got to Diamond, Shaylisa and Tim, they were out there in Denver. You guys, please be aware if we're muted. Just be aware if we're muted and mute yourself. That would be awesome. So Shaylisa and Tim, okay, you guys are still out there, I think, right?
Oh yeah, we're here for the long term.
Okay, go ahead, share.
Well, I just, can't thank you enough, Jeff, you and Lisa being out here. Really, it was kind of nasty weather, but you guys were like this big giant ball of sunshine that just sort of rained down on all of us. And everything that Dawn Marie said, just want to kind of reiterate that. But, when you come to a meeting, and I've heard Jeff say this so many times, we're up against it with all the people that are stuck. And to get around an entire group of people, 3 meetings, 3 packed rooms full of people that actually were able to see the vision and to be around that kind of energy and excitement and some of the new people that were starting to get the vision. It's kind of like an infection, you gotta, and hey, what a good thing to be infected with, right?
Right. Yeah, so it's the World Global Network virus that's being spread at these events. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so, and like I've said to you, Jeff, over and over, everybody out there that's on this call today, we're meeting amazing people like Dan and Linda down in Littleton. And, we're all learning together. And it's truly community that makes a cohesiveness to make you plug in at the Diamond Zone, at the event. All of those things are just a small amount of time that you get to plug into your home office. And when you come up with an excuse that just lets all of us know Diamonds and above, or we're at whatever leadership level you're at, doesn't matter if you're Diamond or not, it just lets us know how serious you are about building your business. And believe me, with this nuclear tsunami of quick movement, we can't piddle around with people who are waffling back and forth. We're there for you, yes, but really it sets the tone and lets us know who we are really going to work with. And we did a launch call, last night. We got one going on tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. for our girl over in Darwin, Australia. These people are in constant contact with us. So you got a couple things going. Getting on the calls with Jeff and Lisa, showing up at the event. And if you're in our team, contacting us on a daily basis, just to know you want this. It's all about what kind of communication we're getting from you. If you're getting none, that's telling us you're not that serious. So it is. It's like a ball of sunshine that showed up and just beamed this World Global Network virus of complete momentum and opportunity that we will never, ever have again. So please commit to this. I don't care if you got to drive 11 hours.
Shaylisa and Tim, thank you, and congratulations, of course, on being a diamond in the company, which really is a benchmark, guys, for anybody who's taking this journey. And you guys did mention, Dan and Linda, who, really 3 days prior decided to put together a meeting that we held in Littleton, and that was a packed house. That was unbelievable. Great team, great people out there. I don't know if Dan's on the call. Dan, are you on the call? Or Linda? I know he's a construction guy, and he works really early. But anyway, guys, great event in Denver, Colorado. Remember, we're going to be in Fort Myers, May 4th, 5th, and 6th. But what I want to do now is just transition into some of the things that we want to make sure everybody now knows about what's going on. Okay, so when we got up this morning, the company has just extended one more day the close of this pay cycle. So instead of tomorrow morning, it's going to be Tuesday at midnight Pacific time. So basically what this means, we have all of tomorrow also to do what we have to do to get to the next possible rank. And that is something that everybody is going to want to achieve, work towards, guys, work with your team. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you're somebody that's not close to a rank. Do you know what happens when you really put the pedal to the metal? Okay, you work through the volume period. You work through the volume period, so the next volume period, you have momentum. Okay, and that's the key. It's all about gaining momentum, and it's all about a focus, and that's really what we spend a lot of time on Saturday, is really the focus and the energy and tenacity needed for all of us to achieve your financial goals, whatever they are. So remember, once again, the close, we're going to all be able to work through tomorrow till midnight to get all the volume in necessary to hit your next available rank. Because you know what happens when you hit a rank, guys? It plays on your psyche. It's a success. I don't care if you're hitting gold, platinum, diamond, whatever it may be. Okay, hold yourself accountable, because we have people, okay, we have a person running for diamond, and the person started doing his calls yesterday. Okay, this person said, I have a list. They made their list. We did three-way call after three-way call after three-way call. Lisa and I think together we did about 23-way calls with this gentleman. And this person got 15 of those people on the webinar last night. It was just a focus. He says, I have the people, I'll make the list, I'll just get them on the phone with you guys. Okay, so having said that, make note that tonight at 6 o'clock, okay, you know we do our live presentations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay, continue the momentum. Okay, build for the Zoom meeting. Treat your Zoom meeting like it's your live event. And you're holding yourself accountable to get as many people on that live Zoom meeting as possible. Because guess what we did on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday in Denver? We did basically a Zoom meeting. It was just live. So you have access to this. That's posted on Facebook, Hilo Life, and World Global Changers. Okay, share that with as many people as you can. Put a little note to it. Attach the 2-minute video and say you need to get on it. You know what our three-way calls were yesterday? Basically telling our story and saying, listen, you need to be on the call tonight. That's it. That was the three-way call. Leading them to the next step, getting to know you, and then understanding your vision, and then leading them into the next event. So treat tonight. I challenge you all. Treat tonight and pretend you have to get 5 people on the call. See if you work with a little bit more urgency. Okay? Okay. Fix the website, whatever that means. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. We have some great things. Makes us lose. Okay. That's positive, Sean. Okay. Let's talk after this, Sean. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Here's what I want to do. Okay, I want to go through all the different events that we have. Okay, so first of all, the first thing to note is tonight at 6 o'clock is the live Zoom meeting. Then we have Tuesday, midnight is the close for this pay cycle. Okay, now today, every Tuesday, every Monday now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Chad and Natita and all the presidents do a Monday World Update at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock Pacific time, a World Update, live.cnworldgn.com. If you guys want to jump on that call every Monday, okay? Now, just to go over some of the dates before we go into the training, okay? On Tuesday, April 25th, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, okay, Grand President Millionaire Chad Chung will be out there. So if you guys have anybody in the Oklahoma market, the flyer lives on cnworldgn.com. All flyers live at cnworldgn.com under events. Then on Wednesday, April 26th, Chad will be in the Houston market. So make notes. You have people in these markets. Send them down. We had people that were sending people from all around the country into Denver. We had people coming in from Phoenix. We had people coming in from Dallas. We had people coming in from Colorado Springs. We have people coming in from Nebraska. Just people sending people in and doing business. And the sponsor wasn't even there. They go, we were sent by so-and-so. Great. High five, huggy, 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 kissy, kissy, kissy. This is your family, and getting people started. Okay, people feeling comfortable to send their people into these events. And then in Dallas, what's the date on Dallas? April 27th. Do you have people in Dallas? Get them there. Okay, you got Chad and Atita, and you have presidents out there that are going to be hosting that event. All right, and then we're going to be, as I said before, in the Fort Myers. We already got people coming in from all different parts of the country for this event. So we will be in Fort Myers, Florida on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So understand where all this lives, guys, and that's the exciting part. Now, what else do I have? Boom, 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 boom. All right, perfect. Now, let's talk about what I want to talk about today. Okay, and you know, as we do events, guys, and we're around you all, here's what I appreciate. You know, there's 3 things that we look for within people. Okay, and a lot of you have seen the training over and over and over again. The first thing you look for within a person, okay, is I look for people that have desire. Okay, there's no doubt, because we all know if the desire is there, the how-to will come. Okay, that's just human nature. People who have desire, it's amazing how they figure it out. Okay, that's what happens. Now, when you have the desire, you're willing to do whatever it takes. And that's the whole idea behind our business. Willing to learn, willing to listen to people who've done it before you. And that leads into what I want to talk about today, and that's being teachable. Because I love that people want information to get better. Okay, they remove their ego and they say, okay, obviously, if I'm being told something, okay, then this person sees that I need to improve in this aspect of my business. And I'm going to be open to listening and implementing. Why? Because why would somebody who is guiding you want to give you any wrong information? See, this is where the blind faith comes in. Okay, if I'm sitting there and I'm working very closely with Cindy as she has a cup of coffee with her new Apple computer, okay, if I'm sitting there and I'm working with Cindy and I see Cindy doing something wrong, I go, Cindy, stop, listen, let me share with you that I'm seeing you going down the wrong path. I would like you to start doing it this way. Now, Cindy is thinking, well, hang on a second. Why would Jeff be telling me something that wouldn't work? That should be her thought process, because she's teachable. And that's what you look for within people. I'm using Cindy as an example here. Okay, and one of the things that I want to really emphasize today, guys, is the importance of your testimonial. Okay, I really want to talk about this, and I know I've talked about it numerous times, but I also know people only hear it when they want to hear it. Or people only hear it when all of a sudden they started doing things a little bit off base. Okay, your testimonial is so key. Let me tell you why. You use it every day. You use it every day. Okay, because if I'm doing a 3-way call, people say, what's the magic of the 3-way call? You know what the 3-way call is? It's building rapport and telling people your story. That's your testimonial. If you're at an event and we're calling you on stage, what's the thing you're going to do? You're going to share your testimonial. If you're out and about at a networking event, or you're driving Uber, okay, like in Denver, we took Uber back and forth to some restaurants. And when we got into a conversation, Lisa, with the Uber driver, guess what she did? She shared her testimonial. It is the recipe for your business. And you must, everybody, get this down and understand what message you sent. This is so key. This is either going to repel people or it's going to attract people, your testimonial. Okay, because you have to understand people make decisions based on emotion. It's the right words spoken with clarity and simplicity. It helps people make intelligent decisions. Okay, do you know what a testimonial should do? Draw people. Draw people closer. Now, how do you draw people? Okay, you draw people by relating to them. And you relate to them because if you could relate to yourself, how would you talk to you? Let me ask you this. If you met me and I start to sell you on the business, and I start to attack you on the business, and I start to start giving you direction about how you needed to do this business, does that attract you or repel you? So let me ask you this. When you talk to people, okay, you have to understand that it needs to be the right words, customized to meet different needs in different people. Because this is what's going to translate into action. All I want people to know about me, okay, is that I'm a good person. Here's my career path. Here's what's happened. Here's the challenges I have faced. And here's how I'm solving my problems. You got to be genuine, guys. Okay, I'm going to get to that. But everyone has a testimonial. And here's your testimonial. And you got to take note of this, and you have to start implementing it. Okay, that's the key. Okay, who are you? Who am I? What was that Saturday night skit? Who am I? Okay, I'm good enough, I'm strong enough, and gosh darn it, I'm good looking. Remember that skit? Okay, okay. So who are you? This is what's going to connect. You don't get in front of the stage and not even tell people where you're from or your background. This is where you connect. That's why I keep saying, when you listen to these Zoom meetings over and over again, because some of you are just on the call every day. I love it. But listen to the message. Okay, I didn't go to college, barely made it through high school. From Chicago. Okay, started in the health clubs. I'm giving people an idea of who I am. Okay, this is what brings people closer to you. Because if you're doing this from the front of the room with an audience, how many people does that story, okay, appeal to? You may have somebody in the audience going, you know what, I don't think I can do this. I'm not educated. Then all of a sudden they hear a message from somebody in front of the room that says, I didn't go to college. I barely made it through high school. So you know what that does? They go, well, if he could do it, that's the whole message behind your testimonial. If they could do it, I can do it. Why? Because people are controlled by fear and doubt. The testimonial should open them up to relieve the fear and doubt for that period of time where they at least are open to listening to the information. So who are you? Did you go to college? Okay, what did you do after college? How many different careers have you had? See, this doesn't have to be 25 minutes. You could do all this in 30 seconds. And your testimonial is based on the time you have to relay it. You see how you got to get good at this? If I'm taking an Uber and a 5-minute ride, I got to let that person know within a minute. Or if I'm in an elevator or if I'm in front of the room, it's all based on, okay, the time frame you have. What is your background? All of it. I want you guys to write this stuff out completely, and then you can take excerpts of it based on the time frame you have. I'm telling you how to get better at your testimonial and communicating it in a genuine way. Not scripted, just genuine. People go, I don't know my testimonial. Wait a minute. You don't know who you are? You don't know if you went to college? You don't know what you did after college? You don't know the different cities you lived in? I always throw out cities. You know why? People get excited. Oh, he's from Chicago. Okay, you ever hear how I talk about born in Chicago, raised in California, got transferred to Denver? Why do you think I do that? Because I know there's people in the audience that go, oh, okay, I'm trying to relate. This is everything you're trying to do. You're trying to relate to people. So I throw out the kitchen sink. If I'm in front of the room and I have an hour segment, I could incorporate all different aspects of my story, right? But if I'm bringing Cindy up, I say, Cindy, okay, listen, okay, you're going to do a testimonial today, 3 minutes. And you're going to be in front of a room of 500 people. 3 minutes, Cindy. What's your testimonial? Who you are, what your background is, when, why, and how I got started with World Global Network. Your why should relate to the people or to the audience you're talking to. Okay, let me scroll this down. When, why, how. When I got started, whatever it was. Why? Can I ask everybody here a question? Why are you doing this? Why are you on this call every morning? Why did you travel, some of you, 8 hours to come to Denver? Why are you going to Las Vegas? Why are some of you going to Bangkok? Why are you guys taking the time, effort, and energy to do what you do? Why? This is the very thing is going to make other people do this business with you. Your why needs to relate to the people you're talking to. And then you always send the message of how, right? 2-minute video, simplicity of the system. See, if you write these things down and organize your thoughts, okay, it's much easier. You are not talking about comp plans. You are not talking about technology and how Hilo works. You are relating to the people that you're talking to. Your why should relate to the person or audience you are talking to. And then, what are you going to accomplish? We did a whole 30 minutes on this in Denver, okay? Because some people get stuck here, okay? They go, okay, how's your new business going? Well, I'm making money. You making money? Well, a little bit. I'm making what are you going to accomplish? Here's the thing. Let's say you just got started and you go, well, what's my story? Well, you still know who you are, right? You still know what your background is. You still know, okay, how you got involved and why you got involved. But if someone says, well, what do I say when it comes to, well, what am I going to accomplish? You talk about what you're going to accomplish, not what you have accomplished, because you haven't accomplished anything. You're new. Don't make things up. Don't say you're making money if you're not making money. You look people in the eye and you say, I just got started. But you know what? I'm working with some very successful people and I'm on a business plan. Let me ask you a question. Is everybody here who's not a diamond, is that not your business plan? Okay, so if that's your business plan, then say, you know what? I'm on a business plan. Now you'll make sure you say the word business plan to be making $2,000 a week. Because if you hit diamond every week, now you haven't made anything. But how can somebody tell you that's not what you're gonna make? If you started any traditional business, would you not have a business plan? Because if you're gonna borrow $250,000 to $500,000 to start a traditional business, and let's say you went to the bank to borrow the money, you know what they're gonna ask you for? What's your business plan, dude, to pay this back? What do you say to the banker? Well, I haven't even opened the store yet. I don't know what my business plan. Do you think you're gonna get the money? No, they're not gonna give you the money. Okay, because you go, this guy has no idea where he's going, what he's doing. He has no plan. Same thing here. Is that not right? Of course it's right. I know it's right because I want to get involved with people that I believe know where they're going. Well, how's it going? Well, I don't know. I hope this stuff works. This is some of the things that comes out of people's mouth. Okay, I'm excited. Well, I'm not going to get involved with someone because you're just excited. Where are you going? Who are you working with? This is why now, once you open people up, that's why three-way calls are so important. Because you're bringing somebody in who has accomplished. Let me introduce you to the person I'm working very closely with. Okay, I'm getting off track here, but I want to share with you that you have to have an idea where you're going. And you let people know. And you say it with conviction. Okay, I'm getting to this level called diamond. Okay, a diamond's making $2,000 a week. There's no doubt I will be there in the next 60 days. Now, you're talking to somebody who's worked 40 years or 20 years doing what they're doing. They can't even wish for $2,000 a week. And you're going to do this spare time, part-time. You see how it maybe opens up my mind? Okay. Your why is all the reasons you were looking for an opportunity. Okay, your why. That's why I say, when you start telling people your background, well, out of college, okay, I started working in a restaurant. And then I went into that, whatever it may be. And what you're sharing with people as you take them through this journey is all the problems that you have faced your whole life working for somebody else or whatever it may be. Do you follow me? How many times have you heard me say, I climbed the corporate ladder. I started as an entry-level employee, and I climbed the corporate ladder. And each and every year, I made more and more money. But at what cost? I was working 12, 14-hour days, never saw my family, and then corporate downsizing hit me. Do you see what I just laid out? I laid out 3 problems that most people who work for somebody else face. So you know what that does? It should be drawing this person and going, wait a minute, that's me. That's what I want people to say when they hear a testimonial. I want them to say, I relate, that's me. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people face the same thing, right? How many people have time freedom, money freedom, secure retirements? Well, these are the things that you have to make sure you're talking about. That's your why. All the reasons you were looking for an opportunity. Please write those down. And then sharing your testimonial. It's important to be mentally prepared. Create an outline. I just said that. Write it out. Focus on the message you want to send. How do you focus on the message you want to send? Based on who you're talking to. When I'm in front of the room, I'm throwing out the kitchen sink because I'm throwing out the blanket. If I'm talking one-on-one with people, based on listening first, I could determine what part of the story is going to relate to that person. Being mentally prepared will empower you and give you confidence when you speak to people. Biggest fear, talking in front of people. You know why? They're not prepared. I want to prepare you. I want you to, because you're going to say this. Oh, you know how many times I tell my story every day? Because you guys are keeping me crazy busy, and that's the good thing. 3-way call after 3-way call after 3-way. Yes. And it's the same thing. But you know what? Every time I do it, I'm still excited. You know how tired I am of hearing myself talk? Doesn't make a difference. That person on the other end is hearing me for the first time. I got to be mentally prepared. This is my business. This is your business. And you got to make sure that you have that mindset. Just like when you go to work, you're mentally prepared. Okay? What moves people? Words spoken with sincerity. Sincerity. From the heart, not the head. This is key. Open yourself up. Let your guard down. Let people know, okay, where you came from. You must be communicating your excitement and enthusiasm, full of belief and conviction. Okay? The most important rule to the testimonial is this: people will follow people who know where they're going. I touched on that. They are really listening. Tell me if you guys are not in tune with this. Don't you really listen and pretty much determine very quickly if these are just words or they're from the heart? Okay? They're seeing if you even believe what's coming out of your mouth. And some of you, they sense it. And you go, well, why is this not working for me? They sense it. This is why you got to find your belief. And you can't not believe your own story. The things that come out of your mouth, you have no belief in because you're just reciting things that you heard on the opportunity presentation. But can you not believe in your journey and where you came from? Who could ever deny that? Sometimes when you're writing this out, guys, I've had people do this exercise. I write out their story with them, and there's tears. There's emotion. That's your life I'm telling you to write out. 20, 30 years of what got you to where you are and why you want to make a change. There's been numerous people just breaking down. Good. Because these are the problems you want to solve. Now, you tell me if you're not going to relay that with conviction and belief. Once you believe that, you know what? I found a way out. That's what we're providing. We're providing an opportunity to get people out. And you're that person that's allowing them to do this. You know how many people do this exercise? Very few. And when they do it, they look at themselves, they go, oh my God, my life's in front of me. I just wrote it down. And I blinked and 30 years went by. I'm in the same situation. Yes. Yes. People put their head in the sand, guys. You know how you get people to look at your opportunity? Get their head out of the sand. We're just grown-up kids. You know that, right? What did you do when you were a little kid when something scared you? Did you not close your eyes and run and hide like it couldn't get you? Well, that's how we are now, and we're just grown-up kids. We don't like something, we put our head in the sand. We are trying to get people to look at their life so they can then make the necessary changes. And they have to see the change through you. That's your testimonial. That's your testimony. That's how you get people open to receive information. It's knowing the answers to the test. Key to your testimonials. Edification of leadership and system. Message is always, no matter who you are, what your testimonial is. The message is, I'm with the right people and it's a simple program. I'm with the right people and it's a simple program. Let me tell you about the person I'm putting you on the call with. And I don't care who it is. You make them like they're God. You edify that person because why? That's the right person they're going to be following. The guy I told you about yesterday, his name is Eric. Okay, and he introduced me twice with these three-way calls, and I didn't get a chance to tell him how to introduce me. So here's how he introduced me. This is no fault to his because he didn't know. He goes, well, I'm going to bring up Jeff. Hey, Jeff, go ahead. Tell him everything about it. That was my edification. So the next time I called him, I go, Eric, let me share with you. Now, what I'm about to share with you, Eric, is not for me. It's for your person. I said, when you bring Lisa up, because Lisa's doing the next call with you, okay, what I want to do, Bob, is introduce you to Lisa Giamalva. Let me tell you about Lisa. This is somebody that was a stay-at-home mom, retired her husband from a corporate career, has been in the industry of network marketing for 24 years, multi-million-dollar earner and producer. I am so fortunate to be able to work with somebody that's a legend in the industry. Bob, let me introduce you to Lisa. And from that point forward, he edified, he brought us here. Because now this person he brought us on the phone with goes, I'm talking to the right people. You can edify everybody, and you need to edify your people. That's always the message, though. okay? You are always addressing, okay? You are always addressing the needs and wants through your testimonial. How? Listening first. If I'm talking to an individual, I got to listen to where they're at. If I'm talking to my warm market, I already know what to address because I know their situation. They're my family. They're my friends. If I'm in front of the audience, okay, I have to talk about the problems I know everybody faces. In front of an audience, talking about problems people facing, no time, right? I'm in front of an audience of 500 people. How many people in that audience have no time? How many people in that audience have no freedom? How many people in that audience want more money? How many people in that audience want lifestyle control? Well, I'm going to address that through my testimonial because I'm them. You follow me? And I'm going to let them know I was just like you. The only difference between me and you, audience, is I made a decision. Here's where I'm at now. That's where you're at. I'm trying to get you over here. And here's why I'm here. I got the right people. I got a simple system. I got out of my fear and doubt. There's your message. You're not selling them. Listen, everybody, none of you here have time. You don't have any freedom. You're all broke. You need to start to do this. This is the greatest business in the world. That's not your testimonial. You're telling everything through your story because you know exactly what they're facing. Here's a key. Let your guard down. Some of you got to get good at this. Expose yourself. Yes. Talk about the problems you've had. People relate more to the problems than they do the solutions. You know why? Because that's where they are. Who relates to, listen, I just got started and I'm stinking rich. And I have time and I have money and I would never be where you guys are. Who relates to that? Nobody. Listen, let me tell you where I came from. I told some stories on Saturday that I'm telling you people are probably still talking about. They're shaking their head. I let my guard down. Why? It's the truth. It's part of our story. It's what makes you who you are. This will open people up. Not how great everything is. No one relates to that. You are addressing the problems, how to address the problems, and you solve the problem because of all the things World Global Network offers you. Guys, listen, in closing on this segment, a testimonial is not a time to close people. It's not a time to close people, do the presentation, or give direction. Your testimonial is to tell people who you are raw, where you came from, the problems you faced, why you chose World, edifying the leadership, and telling people where you're going. That's it. I could do that in a minute. I could do it in 3 minutes. If I told you have 10 minutes to do a testimonial, okay, it's all based on what time frame you have. But I'm gonna challenge everybody to write out your entire story. And on Friday, I want some of you to read your story. This is going to be the homework. I'm going to give you all week. And on Friday, when we do Open Mic Friday, I want to hear where you came from. I want to hear problems you face. I want to hear some of the struggles. Okay? And when you do that, you watch what happens, and then you know how to take parts of your story and relate it to the people you're talking to. You follow me? Okay? So that's a little bit about a testimonial, guys. But the best way is just practice. So let's practice getting that 2-minute video out, right? Setting up 3-way calls. And remember, hold yourself accountable. Let's just try this. Everybody today, if you had to take all day, and let's say I was going to give you $1,000 if you had 5 guests on the call tonight. Would you work differently here? Well, I'm not giving anybody $1,000. Let's just make that very clear. But I want you to hold yourself accountable. See if you get 5 people on the call tonight. Just start sharing it. Start doing some calls. Treat it like it was the only meeting it was ever going to be for the next 60 days. Just see if you work differently. Okay, I can see, I know Bill Davies is on the call. Bill Davies works this business every single day like it's the last day. Anytime there's an event, he's promoting that event. We're promoters of events. Well, here's the next event. It's tonight at 6 o'clock. Is that not the next event, really? Yes. So promote it such. So guys, I appreciate all of you, okay? And happy Monday. Remember some of the things we went over today. And hang on, let me go back to chat. So Sean, if you want to call me and talk, call me. 760-525-1646. 760-525-1646. And we can talk. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been recorded.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.